Hey everybody, welcome back to Desi Maths. Today we are going to dive into two very important topics in mathematics: HCF, highest common factor, and LCM, least common multiple. These concepts are super useful not just in school but also in everyday life and in competitive exams. We will go step by step with definitions, examples, tricks. So grab your notebook and let's get started. Before we learn about HCF and LCM, we need to understand two key terms: factors and multiples. A factor of a number is a number that divides it exactly. It means when we divide any number by its factor, the remainder will be 0. Example: the factor of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6. A multiple of a number is a number which is the result of multiplying it by whole numbers. Example: multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on. You have seen one common thing, that it is the multiplication of 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These two ideas are foundation of LCM and HCF. It means that these are very important. Let's start with HCF, highest common factor. HCF is the greatest number that can divide two or more numbers exactly. It also means that there should be no remainder left. There are three methods to find HCF. First one is listing factors. In this method, we write all the factors of both numbers separately, and then we mark all the common factors, and the biggest factor is our HCF. This is used for small numbers like 12 and 16. Firstly, we will write the factors of both separately. So, factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. So here we choose common factors that are 1, 2 and 4. And then from the common factors we choose the biggest factor, that is 4. Hence 4 will be our HCF. Now the second method is prime factorization. It is expressing a number as a product of prime numbers. So I will explain you steps for prime factorization. First, divide the number by the smallest prime numbers possible. Continue dividing until the result is a prime number. Write the number as the product of primes. Example: prime factorization of 60. So firstly we will divide it by 2, that is the smallest prime number possible. So we get 30 as quotient and there will be no remainder because we are taking prime numbers. And then we will divide it by 2 again because it is again possible smallest prime number. Then our quotient will be 15 and remainder will be 0. And then we will divide it by smallest prime number possible, that is 3. So we get a prime number as quotient, that is 5. So here we will write 60 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So this is a very easy method to find HCF. This is all about prime factorization. But how we use it in HCF part, let's discuss that. Firstly, we write prime factorization of both numbers separately, and then we find common primes, and then we multiply all those common primes, and that gives us our HCF, that is highest common factor. Now the third method, that is division method. It is a fast way to find HCF of numbers. So I will explain you the steps of this. First, divide the larger number by the smaller number. Second, take the remainder. Third, now divide the previous divisor by this remainder. Fourth, repeat until the remainder is 0. And the last divisor will be our HCF. So let's take an example of 60 and 36. So here the bigger number is 60. So we will divide 60 by 36. The quotient will be 1 and the remainder will be 24. And now we will take the previous divisor, that was 36, and we will divide it by the remainder. We get quotient 1, remainder 12. And now we will take the previous divisor, that was 24, and divide it by 12. We get quotient as 2 and remainder 0. So 12 is our HCF. Now I am going to explain you about LCM. So let's learn LCM, least common multiple. It is the smallest number that is a multiple of 2 or more numbers. Like HCF, LCM also has 3 methods to find. First one is listing multiples. In this method we write multiples of the number and find the lowest common multiple. So let's take an example of 6 and 8. So we will write some multiples of 6 and 8 both. So here multiples are 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30. And multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. So here we find a common multiple, and that is the smallest, that is 24. And hence 24 is LCM of these two numbers.
Prime factorization means expressing a number as a product of prime numbers. Numbers that have only two factors, 1 and itself, like 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. Take all the prime factors from both numbers. Choose the highest power of each. Example, LCM of 18 and 24. 18 is equal to 2 into 3 square and 24 is equal to 2 cube into 3. LCM is equal to 2 cube into 3 square is equal to 8 into 9 is equal to 72.
And third method is ladder method. Divide both the number by the common primes. Then multiply with the remaining numbers and common primes. So here we will take an example of 20 and 30. So firstly we will take a common prime that can be divided both. So we find 2. So the quotient will be 10 and 15 respectively, and then there will be another common prime, that is 5. So our quotient will be 2 and 3 respectively, and both are prime numbers, hence we will multiply all of them. So 2 into 5 into 2 into 3, this will give us our LCM. Now there is a bonus formula for you guys. The formula is LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers given. It means that if you find the LCM and HCF of two numbers and then multiply both, it will be equivalent to the product of LCM and HCF of the same number. Let's take an example. We take a number whose HCF is 6 and product is equal to 216. So we have to find LCM. So we will simply divide 216 by 6. So we will get 36. Now let's summarize everything. First of all, the very basic term, that is HCF, highest common factor, greatest number that divides all. Second term, LCM, least common multiple. It means the smallest number that is a multiple of all. Now third, our bonus formula, LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers. And that's it. You need to know to master LCM and HCF with confidence. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe and share with your friends. Comment below if you want to get quiz next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.